First off, we unfortunately got a break next week. But chapter 997 gave us a crap ton to think about for the next 2 weeks. And I bet Sanji versus Zoro discussions will be especially prevalent due to moments involving both of the Straw Hats. But these are my thoughts and review on One Piece Chapter 997, Flames. Now, despite the title clearly hinting towards the end of the chapter, it can be used metaphorically for the first 2 sections of the chapter as well. First off, let's focus on Sanji's flames of chivalry as he falls into a trap leading him straight into the clutches of Black Maria, literally the one flying headliner Sanji should never have crossed paths with. And personally, I'm okay with Sanji's predicament because the dynamic between him and Black Maria is one that was too good to pass up, and personally, we might get to see more of Black Maria's more complex personality at play. Not only has she mostly stayed out of conflict, but she was compassionate to a beaten up Momo and more interested in enjoying the festivities with Kaido or her subordinates rather than following orders given to the headliners as a group. In fact, her little trap allows her to stay off to the side while occasionally picking off stragglers, which gives her just enough leeway to say she's doing her job while she does as she pleases. And who knows, maybe if Sanji plays his card right, something good can happen. Honestly, I don't know what that would be, but I will trust Oda until it's over. Before I actually get on to the next segment, I do want to say that a lot of people did think that, yeah, Ivankov or the revolutionaries is probably who is, being hinted at, and it was not in the slightest. And the stuff that we were given by O'Hara and that was mentioned by other YouTubers, bigger ones obviously, such as Grand Line Review and Rogers Base, was all straight on the mark. It was not Ivankov and the slightest and had zero connection to Ivankov. Which is funny because people who commented on those posts and videos still said, well, you guys are going to look stupid when Ivankov does show up, which he didn't. Now, I'm not going to get into it, but the revolutionaries still could show up for other reasons, but it might be hard to reach Onigashima if they're not already on it. So I'll cover that in another video, but back to the chapter at play. Now, next is the silent flame of rage, or maybe wrath, as Zoro watches Big Mom just leave the area through the hole in the ceiling, only to notice Kiku's arm drop down seemingly right in front of him. Now, I say seemingly right in front of him because it's hard to tell. In fact, we don't even see that it's Kiku's arm until a little bit later when Robin picks up that she noticed it as well. But, you've already read the chapter. I'm not dropping the damn pretense. It's Kiku's arm. And, you can see it circled in red in the little image up above. This leads to Zoro focusing less on conservation of stamina, and he just simply one-shots Appu, who was at the time just going toe-to-toe with Drake, and just like that, Zoro is confirmed to be stronger than Appu. But also stronger than Drake, who, while keeping Appu on the defensive, was still left in shock at the ease Zoro handled the situation. And Zoro also handled the minigun in Queen's hands, halting further plague spread, which luckily has been even further halted thanks to Chopper using literal flames to hinder his own condition and shout that it can be used to, hinder everyone else's. And the literal flaming Phoenix Man, Marco, offers his help, which I assume we can, allow for the end of the Ice Oni plague. Nipped in the bud, which is good because Zoro literally does a giant outburst regarding how this is just a bunch of games. It's just a delay. He didn't come here for that. He fully intends to go up against Kaido personally, and this will definitely fuel all the Zoro versus Kaido theories, which I'm not going to get into because I don't want to fuel it anymore. But speaking of theories that have gotten fueled, like doused all over them, just light a match, and it's like that little scene from Zoolander at the gas station. The literal only part of that movie I saw. Probably need to watch Zoolander. All jokes aside, with an area shakes. The shaking of Onigashima coincided with Zoro's outburst at Queen, and that leads Brook to ask if Zoro is using Conqueror's Haki, which Zoro plainly states, I didn't do this. That's the official translation. However, he does not address whether or not he can or cannot use Conqueror's Haki, and given how specific Oda is, this is not a throwaway line. Putting Conqueror's Haki into the situation with Zoro is Oda. That's him. That was consistent in both scans and the official. Conqueror's is a detail planted straight in this chapter by Oda. Now, personally, I was always of the mindset of it making sense if Zoro had it, but also that he didn't need it, which allows for Oda to go whichever way suits him. If he has it, sure. Rayleigh had it. Go for it. The first mate of the Pirate King can totally have Conquerors, and it doesn't make much of a big deal. Technically, at least one other canon member of, Roger's crew had Conquerors, so there you go. It's not impossible. But either way, it's not like he needs it. Zoro's a badass as he is already. He showed that in this literal chapter. No Conqueror's Haki needed. At all. But, like I said, Oda has brought up the connection himself, so it's no longer a shot in the dark from fans on Reddit saying, yeah, it makes sense. Which it does. It does, either way. It made sense. But Oda himself has finally planted that seed. So it really is possible for Zoro to already have or awaken Conqueror's Haki. Now, using the Quake as a transition, we actually get quick reactions around Onigashima, including confirmation that unfortunately the rest of Law's crew will be sitting out of the battle. Now, Yamato states that dragons fly through the air using flame clouds, and we see Kaido has literally lifted Onigashima up to literally bring the island to the flower capital, hence Project New Onigashima. This unfortunately hints that the battle between the Scabbards and Kaido is over, as he can give just enough focus to move the island using the flame cloud, so either all the Scabbards are down for the count, dead or unconscious, or just injured enough to not constantly try and stab Kaido in the side like we saw Denjiro do last chapter. Whew! Now that's a fucking cliffhanger. And with Yamato's specific choice of words, we get a hint that Kaido might be a true dragon with either a mythical human fruit variant or the simple ability to transform as many dragons in media seemingly tend to possess. Now, if it's the latter, then it would explain Yamato's partial transformation last chapter, as well as why Yamato is also in possession of a human form. Of course, Yamato could just be half dragon, similar to how Dellinger from the Doflamingo Pirates was half fishman. He could partially transform his teeth and horns. Yamato does still need a mother to be born, of course, so would the mother be a dragon? Would the mother be a human? Maybe. Is the mother Black Maria? I'd like to make Black Maria the mother of Sanji's children. Da-da-da. No, all jokes aside, what did you guys think? Will you be spending the break joining Zoro versus Sanji debates? Will you spend it on Kaido as a dragon theories, or will you simply wonder how and where Onigashima will drop? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to leave the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you desire more One Piece content. And I have been Smalls of Black Knight Anime and Manga. Till next time, stay safe.